Welcome back to Your First Trade. I'm Alex Coffey in for Scott Connor. It's time to wrap the session that was. U.S. equity markets finished mixed on the session. After trying to rally throughout the session, they were unable to in 3 of the 4 major indices, with the S&P 500 finishing down just under 0.4%. But the bright spot on the session, of course, the Dow Jones up just under 0.1%, but it is green. And we're going to put it on the board. The NASDAQ 100 was weak throughout the day and finished the worst of its 3 other peers, down 1.16%, finishing below 12,250. Looking at the Russell 2000, 1783, down just under 10 points, about half a percentage point. So U.S. stocks mostly red on the day, but a little bit of green as the Dow Jones bucked the trend. We also saw the U.S. Treasury yields move a little bit lower here today. You can see the TNX finishing at 2.877, down a little bit on the day here to kick things off for the week. The U.S. dollar also a little bit of reprieve as the U.S. dollar index futures down just under 0.4. Pretty big move for the U.S. dollar, but has been just a meteoric rise for the currency versus peers worldwide. 104.24 is still historically elevated, so we'll keep our eyes on that one. One of the major stories of 2022. Gold bouncing back after some weakness at the end of last week, up just under $16 on the session, $18.24. Bitcoin also giving back some of its bounce at the end of last week, finishing below 30,000 in the CME Bitcoin futures. 29,785 is that last trade. And crude oil, wow, what a move. Up again, 113.78, up over $3 a barrel, trading up to as high as 114 as well. So we'll keep our eyes on crude oil as well. Volatility bucked the trend a little bit. Is it actually settled under 28, down to 27.65 on the last print that I saw, which kind of breaks that inverse correlation that we're used to seeing with the VIX and the U.S. equity markets, particularly the S&P 500. On the stock moving front, though, we're going to look at 2 on the polar opposite end of performance today, starting with Occidental Petroleum, the leader of the S&P 500, up tremendously alongside the equity performance, as well as alongside oil prices, rather. U.S. oil prices, WTI, were up huge. That led to Occidental Petroleum being up huge as the stock finished up 5.68% after already a really, really strong start to the year. So we'll keep our eyes on Oxy. And then, of course, Twitter. This was probably the one that you saw if you saw any financial news headlines today, as it continues to slump, down 8%, as there just continues to be uncertainty surrounding this deal with Elon Musk. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Healthcare, energy, staples, utilities, the only sectors to finish in the green. Very, very mixed market, with only 191 of the S&P 500 names in green. Economic data front, disappointment from Empire State Manufacturing Index this morning. And looking ahead to tomorrow, we got retail sales, industrial production, and Jerome Powell slated to speak at a Wall Street Journal conference. So jam-packed day again tomorrow. Looking forward to it. That's a wrap on today's session.